10 steps to reach $1 billion. Yes, that's right. We're going to discuss the 10 steps that you must be taking in order to set yourself up for your success financially. This is how you can easily achieve $1 million and $1 billion. That is what we're going to be talking about today. What is going on? Welcome to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, where we teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. If you are new here, what in the world are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button right now so that you join the Flaming Profits community, where we make videos on financial topics to improve your financial life. Anything from stock market investing, how to become a profitable investor, to any general advice to improve your financial life. That is our dedication to you, so if you subscribe, you're going to enjoy all the new videos that we release every single week. Make sure you like this video. Also, I do want to give you the opportunity to get some free stocks with WeBull. Actually, they're going to give you 3 free stocks this week, and then for Robinhood, they're going to give you a free stock as well, one of my favorite brokerages. Everything I'm recommending is because I use them personally and I really enjoy their service. M1 Finance is going to give you $10 for you to begin investing with them. And then the Discovered Secure credit card is going to give you a $50 sign-up bonus and a 1 to 2% cash back. This is probably one of my favorite credit cards. Alright, so I am not yet at the $1 billion or millionaire yet, but I am on my way there. I am only 21 years old right now, and I'm close to $250,000 if I were to pay off the home, but I'm having a tenant pay that off when they're renting it right now, so that is not to my worry. So I've been pretty successful for my age, and I'm going to explain to you some of my best advice. I spent a lot of time learning about money, how to make it, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. So this is everything that I've learned, and I hope that this adds value to your life and really helps you out. So number 1 is no debt. Most people never even begin creating wealth for themselves because they are burdened with debt. Debt is one of those things that if you start your life with debt, you're going to have a very hard time winning in life financially, because debt basically makes you pay an interest percentage amount that basically sucks up all of your money, and you never have any money to invest. So this is going to be one of your major obstacles to overcoming debt. It is better if you start learning about debt and how to avoid it from the beginning. That way you never get into this mess. But in case you didn't, that's going to be one of your major obstacles. I luckily listened to Dave Ramsey early in my life, so I learned how ridiculous debt is and how to avoid it. A lot of people get into debt because they try to look good for others. They try to buy expensive clothes that they cannot afford. They try to buy expensive cars that they can't afford. Everything that I pay for is basically because I can afford it in cash. So if I bought a car, I paid it in full. Even though I can buy a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 car, I choose not to do it. Instead of spend $5,000 from my own cash and just buy the outright. That way I'm not car financing or anything like that. Clothes, I never buy anything that I can't afford. I always live below my means, and that's how you should do it as well. Because once you start getting into debt, you're gonna have a very hard time keeping money and creating wealth with it. So that's gonna be your first obstacle. Do whatever you can. Beans and rice, like Dave Ramsey says. You should not be going into a restaurant unless you're working there. I really like that saying. So yeah, no debt. Get rid of debt as fast as possible, because as long as you keep debt, it's going to keep taking money away from you. And you do not want to put money into debt. You should be putting money into investments, things that go up in value. Alright, so number 2. Did you know that most millionaires became millionaires through a 401k? Well, if you didn't, that's how they did it. A 401k is an employee-sponsored retirement account, and many employers offer a match. So if you put 6% of your paycheck, most employers will give you another 6% additionally for free. That means that you're actually investing 12% by only putting 6% of your paycheck. This is absolutely free money. It's basically free money that they're giving you. So take advantage of 401k matches and your 401k account. Always put a certain percentage away to your 401k. This is going to allow it to grow. And if you don't know a lot about 401ks, I'd really encourage you to learn as much as you can about them. You have to know all these resources that you have, because this is what's going to make you wealthy in the long run. So you need to start learning what a 401k is in case you don't. I'm not gonna explain every single one of these things in this video. I'm just giving you a brief overview, and then if you need to investigate what they are exactly, then go ahead and do that. But a 401k is something that you must do. I'm only 21 years old. I've only been at my job for like a year and a few months, and my 401k investment account is already like at, I think, like 16,000. So I've already seen how incredible this 401k plan is, because you're basically putting away money without even realizing it, and then with a match and plus investment growth, it adds up to a lot. And that's an easy way to become a millionaire. If you just do a 401k for like 30-40 years, you're gonna become a millionaire. That's how easy it is. But you also have to make sure you pick a good investment for your 401k. And I have videos on this, so just go through my channel and find 401k videos. Number 3, Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is another investment plan that will make you a lot of money in the long run. The only difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA is that with a Roth IRA, you're putting after-tax money. So that money has already been taxed. For the 401k, once you turn 59 and a half and you withdraw your money, you're going to be taxed at your capital gains tax rate that you're at right now. So if you make a lot of money, they're going to tax you at that percentage. For the Roth IRA, they're only going to tax you, they actually won't tax you because you already paid the money. You're using after-tax money. And this is just in another investment account that grows over time. And if you set up automatic investments to your 401k and Roth IRA, you're going to see that after 30-40 years, you're going to be a multi-millionaire just by starting young and doing this and taking advantage of compound interest. Number 4, HSA. This is something that I've barely been learning about, and I'm starting to implement it, but I see how huge this potential is. It's basically another investment plan, but this is for medical expenses. So a major expense to a lot of people are medical expenses. So if you're not building an account specifically for health related expenses, you're gonna be burdened by maybe medical debt that you might have one day. Even though you're healthy now, you might have procedures later on or something going on where you're gonna have a huge medical expense that maybe your insurance won't cover all the way through. So make sure you start an HSA. Basically, it's an account where they give you a debit card, and you can spend any money that you have in that account that you put in every month towards medical expenses. But it grows tax-free, and also anything you pay for it, they will not tax you money on it. And you can grow this money by investing it. So they let you invest your HSA savings account. So it's a really cool feature that basically any expense that you have, if you start this young in life, and then later on, whenever you start having more medical expenses, they're not, like, you're basically gonna save up so much money, and your money's gonna grow to so much that basically any expense is gonna be for free. So think of it like this: any medical expense that you might have in the future, you're not gonna have to pay for it because you have an HSA that pays for it through investment gains and dividends and stuff like that. So that's a huge way to save a lot of money and not be burdened by medical debt, which is another type of debt that is very big in the United States. I would highly encourage you to do as much research on a 401k, Roth IRA, and HSA, because these three things have the potential to make you a lot of money, and all three of these accounts are advantageous when it comes down to taxes. They save you a lot of money on taxes. Number 5, if you still have leftover money, start a brokerage account. I've made thousands of dollars on the side just from investing in individual stocks. Right now I have a Facebook position where I have about $20,000, and right now I'm up almost $4,000. I'm gonna sell once I'm at $5,000, and I've done this with so many stocks, whether it's Tesla, Apple, just so many. Just go through my channel and you'll see all the profits I've taken with my brokerage account. So it's a great way to make extra side income, and instead of buying things that go down in value, you can just buy stocks and they tend to go up in value. Number 6 is learn the credit game. You're gonna thank me so much for telling you this now. If you start investing in yourself and learning more about credit, how it works, how to improve your credit score, how to start using credit cards to pay your money every month like they do to me, you're gonna save yourself a lot of money, and the best interest rates go to people with high credit scores. So make sure you learn the credit game. It's very important. Whenever you take out a car loan, which I never recommend, But if you want to buy real estate, you're going to need to have good credit. So that's something that you should be learning as much as you can about it. Number 7, pursue high paying careers. Always make more every 2 years. Alright, so I'm still young in my career life, but I've had about 3 jobs, and something that has helped me a lot is I'm constantly getting paid more. Whether it's 1 to 2 years, I'm always getting a raise or a promotion or getting to a newer job that pays me more. I think this is very important. Basically, when you go into a new job, you're there to learn everything as much as you can and gain new experience. Once you've overcome every single obstacle that you've had and you can do the job really well, you already know everything you need to know. Basically, you staying there is a waste of your time because most of the time they're not going to pay you more. You're not going to make any more money. And if they're not going to promote you, then you're wasting your time. Go ahead and get a newer job with your new experiences and skills. You should always be trying to make more money. If you have an associate's degree right now and you're making the income you're supposed to make with that associate's, what are you focused on that's going to make you more money next year? Are you trying to get a new certification that's going to improve your pay or that's going to get you qualified for a newer job? Are you pursuing a bachelor's degree now so that you can get paid more? If you already have a bachelor's, are you pursuing a master's degree that's going to make you more money? What in the world are you waiting for? You're supposed to be doing something that's going to increase your income every single time. I don't think you should stay in the same job for more than 2 years. There's plenty of jobs offering you a higher pay just if you know something else or if you're willing to make the move. So make sure you're always focused on getting the higher pay, because if you're constantly doing this, that means that every single 2 years you're going to be paid even more. And you're basically going to thank yourself for choosing to do this. Whereas other people stayed in the same job for like 10, 20 years and barely got any pay raises and never got even promoted. So always be focused on the next promotion, on the next pay raise, on the next job, on the next skill that's going to make you more money. Also, pursue high paying careers. So a lot of people study stuff that does not make them a lot of money. When it comes down to choosing a career, you need to make sure that it pays well. That is why you're choosing a career. A career is to make you money. It's not for you to be extremely happy with. A job is not going to make you happy, let me tell you that. You're basically just doing it for the money. So you might as well pick a career that's going to pay you really well. Of course, you should try to like it. Try to pick something that you will enjoy, not something that you're going to be absolutely miserable in. But a huge factor when choosing a career or a job, it's how much they pay. So make sure you do your research. If it were to me, I would have studied business because that's truly what I'm passionate about. But business is not something that you study, it's something that you do and you learn through experience. Most of the professors teaching business have never even run and operated their own business, so it makes no sense. Don't study something that pays really little like psychology. I know that's a huge industry that a lot of people have a lot of interest in, but just because you're interested, it doesn't make it a great career. So choose careers that are high in demand in your area and that pay really well for little or no education. That is the best way to go. Always choose high paying careers because high in demand, because that's going to benefit you financially the most. Alright, I might have missed a number, but number 8 or 9 is start a business or side income. And wait until this make more money than your job, and then eventually you'll be able to quit your job and focus primarily on the business or side income, and that's going to make you make even more money. So you should always be doing something on the side, whether it's just anything that can make you money on the side, whether it's a small business or anything like that, because eventually you don't want to rely solely on your job. Your job can be thrown away anytime. You can be fired, anything can happen, so don't completely rely on your job. Try to start something on the side. That is basically how Facebook was founded. He was starting something on the side. That's how Microsoft was created by Bill Gates. That's how Oracle was created. They just started playing around with their interests and starting side income, side businesses. So if you start doing this early, you're going to have the potential to make a lot of money in the long run. So don't ever be complacent. Don't ever just be focused on your job. Always have something on the side working for you, because eventually this could make you a billionaire. Now let's get to the last tip. Alright, so this is the last one, but it's very important. Never stop learning. If you ever stop learning, you're not going to grow, your income's not going to grow, you're not going to be able to make it. A characteristic that all millionaires and billionaires have is they're always learning. Just look up how much Bill Gates reads, how much Warren Buffett reads, how much Mark Zuckerberg reads, how much Elon Musk reads. The reason these people are successful is because they're always learning. Whether it's a new skill, anything new, they're always learning about it. This is something essential that you must implement in your life in order to achieve high financial wealth. Alright, so there we go, subscribers. Thank you all so much for joining me in today's video from the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. I hope that I added a lot of value to your life by sharing this tip for you. This is just my experience. I'm just trying to save you time because it definitely took me a long time to realize these basic 10 steps in order to achieve financial wealth. Leave me a like in this video. I would really appreciate that from you. Let me know what your favorite tip was in the comment section down below, and let me know if you have any financial advice to help me and others in this journey as well. Thank you all so much. Make sure you join the Flaming Profits YouTube channel by subscribing, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace.